What's up, guys? I'm going to do my Q&A. I got all of like 10 questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and get cracking and start answering them. I'm gonna open the picture that I posted it on. All right, so I'll just go ahead and like go down the list. And I haven't thought of the answers before this. I'm literally just gonna read them and think of the very first thing that comes to my head. Katie, when can we get donuts together? LOL, anytime you want. Someone asked, how do you get started and stay motivated? So I know this is not the answer that people want, which is that I've been active my whole life, but I was a gymnast, so I have a pretty good foundation of like wanting to be active and wanting to use energy and burn energy. But I got into the whole like fitness thing and started taking it seriously. I'm 24 and it was like my junior year of college. So like 3.5, almost 4 years ago when I started taking it seriously. And over time you just kind of like start to develop like different techniques. So the whole like getting started thing is kind of unclear. Like you don't just walk into the gym and like know what you're doing right away. It takes time to learn things. And then motivation is also something that really only comes from within. I know people talk about like wanting to motivate other people, but motivation at the end of the day like really comes down to you internally. And at this point in my life, like I need exercise to keep myself sane. Like it's the one release that I have, like those endorphins that get going and you just feel so much better after an exercise. That's what motivates me. It also just eventually becomes easier. Like once you start going every day, you come home from work and if you don't go, you're like, what do I do? What do I do with my time? Like, what am I gonna do, stay here and watch TV for hours? Like, you realize how much time you have when you don't work out. And I feel like my time, I don't wanna say my time is unproductive if I'm not working out, but I'm otherwise just like sitting on the couch, like doing nothing. So I should go to the gym. Things for me that are essential, vitamin C by Glow Therapeutics. I'm not sponsored by them, God I wish. The vitamin C like duo pack that I have, vitamin C and a moisturizer. I also use retinol every night before I go to bed. I put on a very thick like hydration moisturizer by Origins. After my retinol, I use a face wash that isn't like a scrubby one. The scrubby ones are like really, really bad and harsh for your skin. And I also get a facial at Skin Science in Tampa. I get a microdermabrasion and a chemical peel every single month. And I have noticed a huge difference in the hyperpigmentation of my skin. I used to have a lot of hyperpigmentation in my forehead. I now really don't have any. And my freckles have also kind of subsided a little bit. It just gets rid of freckles / sunspots, and just taking care of your skin. Like I used to be obsessed with being tan and going outside and laying in the sun, and I would be lying if I said I didn't enjoy that stuff. But like I'm the person that like finds the spot in the shade when I go outside. I used to laugh at those people and think that was silly, but now I think protecting my skin is much more important than being tan. I'm going to share something with you after this Q&A, so you know, hang on tight. Who do you look up most in the YouTube world? I would say Nikki Blackadder, number one. I've been watching her videos for like a couple of years now. I just think it's really amazing that she's so honest and transparent, and like regardless of your feelings about how you feel about Nikki, if you haven't watched her videos, you probably have a different perception of her, but she's just very real and honest and open, and I admire that. A lot of people on YouTube are like rainbows and butterflies and sunshine, and she's just honest, and I like that. And it's hard being really into fitness and like being obsessive about fitness. I don't have a lot of friends that are like this. I have more friends now that are like this, but over the last couple of years, there weren't a lot of people in my life who really understood how passionate I am about health and nutrition, and like the whole taking supplements and doing a bodybuilding.com spokesmodel search and like all this stuff that I do. There's not a whole lot of people that understand it. So I use YouTube as an outlet to express myself and to follow other people who like become your online friends doing that. It sounds like super strange to people who don't get it, but if you're watching this video, you probably get it. Oh, well, one more person, Amanda Buchi. I really love watching her videos. I like that she shares the lifestyle stuff too, just like Nikki does. They have a really good balance for like, oh, here's the workout that I did, and here's a full day of eating, but like, here's what I've just been doing today. I ran to Target, I went to whatever. I like seeing the lifestyle stuff too, because it makes me feel like I'm a part of that person's life. So if you guys do or don't like that stuff, I guess let me know, so I can kind of cater it more to what you want to see more of. I like doing the lifestyle stuff a lot because I like sharing my life with you guys. How did you balance college and fitness? I didn't really. Her and I went to, she goes to IU. This is Allison A and Fit. Allison A and Fit. So my first couple of years, I went to the University of Florida, and I just like did cardio and drank when I wanted, and I've never really been like super into alcohol and the whole like college party scene, just because I don't really like the taste of alcohol that much. Like, I like wine, I really like to drink wine, and I also like margaritas and stuff like that, but I don't like beer. I don't really like taking shots. Like, oh, I ran out of memory, so I had to delete a bunch of stuff and not start from scratch, but kind of forget where I left off. But basically, like, I don't really like alcohol, so balancing like college, aka like partying and drinking with fitness, wasn't that hard. But if we're talking like studying, how to balance like having time to work out every single day, I would go work out, like I would go class sweaty, like I didn't really care. If I had like a 9 a.m. class, I would go to the gym before that, go to class sweaty, go home, shower, and then go to like an evening class that I had. I woke up every single day with the mentality, like, when am I gonna work out? Like, plan my day out around that. And you think about like what your long-term goal is going to be. Like, do you want to do something with fitness? If so, then make time for it now. You just have to make time for it if it's important to you, and get over I don't want to say get over it, but like, if people don't understand it, or you don't have friends that really accept it, then they aren't your true friends, and you just have to do what makes you happy. Obviously having friends is important, but honestly you'll lose touch with a lot of those people after college anyway, so you might as well do what makes you happy right now, because like, regardless of if you do every single thing with them that they want to do, even after college, like, you're gonna lose touch, and then you're gonna wish maybe you'd spent your time working on yourself a little bit more and less on like making other people happy. So luckily that was something I learned early on, and the people I am still in touch with are people who I would see at the gym all the time. Okay, so the next question is, what's your main job, fitness or a job outside of fitness? So I used to work up until November 11th. After college, I got a job down here in Tampa for a medical device company where I did purchasing and production planning. I hated it. I didn't hate my job so much as I didn't like my manager. He was one of those people where maybe down the line in my life I'll be like, well, I wish I would have sucked it up and just like worked for a horrible human being and bit my tongue, but I find it really, really hard at this point, being 24, to just settle and work for someone who, hi puppy, work for someone who has very, very poor moral values. It's really hard for me to just like wake up every single day and go report to a manager who I don't agree with the way that they treat people. People don't leave jobs, they leave managers. So I knew I wanted to leave my job, so I saved money enough to keep making my car payments, keep paying the bills I have to pay, until I figure my crap out, as in like be successful in the fitness world. So right now in the fitness world, what I have going for me is working on my personal training certification. I am going to be substitute teaching after Christmas break. Like, when students come back, I will substitute teach, which is awesome because it gives me the flexibility to travel for fitness as need be. It also gives me the chance to take one day to work on studying for an ASM or working on my website or personal training clients, and then sub the next day. And it's a very flexible job in the sense that I make my own schedule. Like I tell them I can sub or I can't sub or whatever. So a lot of people who want to start their own business aren't willing to give up their job, or they're not willing to invest their own money, and that's how you know that you're not serious about it yet. And fitness is like, I could cry talking about it. It's the one thing, I'm sorry, my dogs are playing right now if you can't hear me. Fitness is the one freaking thing that I care about. It's the one thing that I know inside and out, and I know that I can use this knowledge to benefit other people. It's not something that I want to just keep all to myself. I get light up when people ask me for help about it, because I know what I'm talking about, and that confidence has made me so happy. And I finally realized, like, I can't do anything else. Like I just can't. This is all I know. It's what I care the most about, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna make it work. I just am. And for me, working my job for someone who was a bad person was tearing me down and making me like lose faith in the world. And it was ruining my relationships with people because I was sad all the time. I would cry every single day, feeling down about myself. So if you're not happy in a job, make a plan to get out and make it happen. You can, to substitute teach, you only need 60 college credits. So substitute teaching is a really, really, really good job for the flexibility to do your, like, to pursue entrepreneurship, because it allows you to keep making money and wake up and be like, you know what, I don't want to sub today. I want to work on my website. I want to work on my answer emails to clients, things like that. It's really perfect for that, and still earning a little bit of income on the side. So I ain't worried. Looking to start a YouTube, any tips? So the one thing is to be consistent. Like, upload videos every other day or every single day. So I started off first doing YouTube and doing videos every single day. I would record them on my phone and use an app called Viva Video. This is what it looks like. It's like this little orange icon. My camera's not gonna focus, but you open it up and it's very easy to edit. You can kind of just like click on a video, like trim it like you would on Instagram, insert it. You can do voiceovers. There's like a little microphone button. You can add text over it. It's very, very easy. It's just the quality is different on a phone than on a camera that I'm using. Test yourself with a phone if you're not willing to invest $700 into a camera at first, because you're not sure if you're gonna stick to the whole YouTube thing. Test yourself with your phone first. Once you upload, you will have to probably delete videos just to for storage purposes. Like every time I upload, I pretty much have to delete like everything I've recorded for that video, but it's okay because it's out on YouTube. But I would say start with that and like test yourself and think like, am I gonna stick to it? Am I gonna stick to the whole YouTube thing? And then, you know, reward yourself after a month of videos every single day. You buy yourself a camera because you know you're gonna stick to it. Uploading from a camera takes a little bit more time just because it's higher quality, and so your computer is going to take time to upload it and export it and all that stuff. I say be consistent, and that is like the one key. If you upload videos, think about it like if you're watching a television show and that show airs once a month. Are you gonna be very motivated to like remember that one day of the month that it airs and like go watch it? No, probably not. But a show that's on once a week, you're excited about it. But think about if your favorite show on TV, think about like Big Brother and how many views it gets every single other night that it's on during the summer. Like, people want to know, they want to keep up with you, they want to watch you, they want to watch you eat your breakfast in the morning. Like, they want to watch you literally do everything, because a lot of people who are watching YouTube are people who are like looking for people who are like themselves, and they want to connect with you. They want to see what you're doing. So pick up the camera, record it, upload it, be consistent. Don't make excuses for yourself like, oh, I didn't have time, or I got busy. Like, it doesn't take any extra time. Like, I'm sitting here taking 30 minutes out of my day to record this, but other than that, like, I'm gonna go import it and then go do something else while it's loading. You have to make time for it. If it's what you want to do, stick to it. Pay attention to the growth that's happening. Watch your subscriber number go up and up and up, and stay positive with that. I mean, there were days when I would gain no subscribers, or I would gain 2, or I would gain 4, and now I'm at a point where there hasn't been a day with 0 growth since like a month and a half ago. So to me, that's really exciting. I make a point to talk about my number of subscribers in a video so that I can look back and see like, oh wow, at that point, like I was at however many subscribers, like in the second week of November, it was like November 14th, I think I had 280 subscribers, and I'm now at like 520. So a month ago, within a month, my subscriber base almost doubled. Like I had been doing it for 3 months, and then all of a sudden between November and December, it doubled. So you have to look at the exponential growth and like use that to drive you. Look at your growth and use that to drive you. Every single little thing that you do to put yourself out there is going to draw people to your channel. So that was a very long answer. I'm very sorry, but I could just like talk for days. Best tips for growing your Instagram. So like same type of thing, just post daily, post multiple times a day. I once heard Emily Hayden talk about like the time of day to post, and I had never really thought about that. I mean, I kind of had, because like why would you post at 3 in the morning when like no one's on Instagram looking at stuff? And I know the way the feed is set up is like you see stuff from like 20 hours ago first for some reason. I don't really understand that. But I've heard that the most popular times to post are like 9 in the morning when people are like at work and they're kind of like settled in and they want to scroll through and do something. So at 9 a.m., at 3 p.m., like right before people get off work. This goes for like work days. So at 3 p.m., like when people are right before they get off of work and they're just kind of bored, like scrolling through. 6 o'clock, because that's when people are like getting to the gym sometimes and scrolling through their feed like while they're doing cardio or they're doing something else. And then 9 p.m. like when people are starting to get into bed and slow down and scroll through their feed. So what did I say? 9, 3, 6, and 9. That's just what I've heard. Posting things that people want to see. People want to see, I think I read something that like pictures with people in them get 50% more likes than pictures of like just food. So instead of like taking a picture of your Quest bar, take a picture of like your Quest bar and you smiling. Yeah, I mean, the more honest you are with about yourself on your Instagram, like the more people will draw to that. They'll want to follow you because they can connect with you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my Q&A. I'm really sorry that it was so long. I also want to share something with you guys that is in the title of this video that you probably like have been waiting for me to talk about. So I'm not going to tell you when, because I actually want you guys to guess when it was. But I have had Botox twice. When I talk, I have a lot of like forehead movement, and it annoys me a lot. Like I've noticed since I was like 18 years old, this eyebrow especially, like when I raise it, I just get like these crinkles in my forehead. So yeah, I have had Botox twice. I'm not afraid to talk about it. People kind of get scared when they think about that. I'm 24 and I've seen people my age get it. I've seen people younger than me get it. That isn't why I got it. I feel more confident now that I've had it. I want to take care of my skin. I didn't take care of my skin growing up, and so now it's time to take care of it. I don't want to be, you know, 50 years old and need Botox much worse and basically need a facelift at that point. Not that you ever need that, but I want to have skin that looks nice, and when you feel like you have nice skin, you feel a little more confident in yourself. So for me, that was one thing that always bothered me. I just have very strong like face muscles and expressions when I talk. So it's something that like when you get Botox at a younger age, it teaches those muscles not to move as much. So the idea is that as you get older, you don't need it as much. So like by the time I'm 30, guys, can we stop? Thank you. I'm like, Mom, how dare you tell us to stop? So the idea is that like by the time that I'm 30, I won't really need it anymore. My muscles will have kind of just like stopped doing this kind of thing all the time, or as much, to the point where it creates wrinkles. So yeah, you can tell me all you want how awful it is for me or how it's ridiculous. I really don't care. I'm at a point where I'm just doing things that make me happy. I spent way too freaking long in my life doing things that, oh, well, what will people say? Or, oh, what if so-and-so doesn't like that I do that? Like, I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna do what makes me happy, what makes me feel good about myself. So yeah, I did that and I'm not ashamed. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!